Well, so I'm inside the Maruti Suzuki Jimny now, and as you can see, it's a very boxy design over here. Now, some of you who've lived in the, or were born in the 80s and 90s, or grew up in the 80s and 90s, will remember this handlebar over here, and this will remind you of the Maruti Suzuki Gypsy, because that also has a very similar looking handlebar over here. Other than that, it's a boxy shape. The dials also over here are very similar to the Gypsy, and the seats offer you decent comfort, decent support. You get this little gear lever here, which of course is for the 4x4 system, and of course you get all these buttons over here, all these toggle switches for the various settings. Most of them are for the off-road settings, and a couple of them here are for the power window buttons. There aren't any switches over here, and even the door panels rather don't have enough space in them to house that big 1 liter bottle. Other than that, it's a nice and very unique place to be in. You get high set seats. You can actually see the end of the bonnet, which is a very good thing for people who drive this car in the city, because you see the edges of the bonnet, so you can easily maneuver this car around town and know exactly where you're going. Now, in terms of the space at the back, it's quite decent, and I'll show the back seat to you by jumping in them now. Well, so here I'm in the back seat of the Maruti Suzuki Jimny now. Headroom, as you can see, is more than sufficient. Even if you're about 6'2", 6'3", you should be quite okay in these seats. The only thing is that the window at the back is completely locked. You can't open it up, so you'll have to really rely on the air conditioning of the car. And if the air conditioning conks off, then you are in trouble. Other than that, it's a decent place to be. There's decent amount of knee room. It's not the best, but it's quite decent. Remember, it's a very compact car, and the space is also quite okay because the bench here is pretty flat, but you can of course recline and relax over here. Other than that, it's quite basic. There aren't any charging sockets, and there's only one socket here in the corner, which is of course a 12-volt charging point, and no AC vents at the back as well, because it is a very compact car, so you don't really need them. But how much would you pay for this car? You can let me know by writing in the comment section below, because Maruti Suzuki has put this car at the stall to gauge your reaction, the buyer's reaction. And if you give a good reaction to this car, they'll most probably launch it sooner than you think. And also, let me know if you think the 1.5 liter petrol engine on this car, which the Ciaz and the Ertiga also have, will be sufficient, or should something else be launched along with it. Let me know in the comments. And I'll leave you now with some music and show you a little more about the interiors of this car.